So just a couple of things before we start officially. You can take a few moments. There are a few things that will enhance the session. It's not necessary, so if you don't have it, don't worry about it. One of those things is some type of oil or lotion for your feet. Um, it's good to have something that really has a slick or slide to it. I'm using Palo Santo and jojoba oil. Palo Santo essential oil is great for the immune system. It's great for releasing negative energy. It's great for stress. And another thing, you can get a ball of some sort. A tennis ball will work. Um, or these are lacrosse balls. So this is a lacrosse ball and this is a yoga ball. This costs $20. This costs $2. So depending on your budget. And then finally, and this is totally optional, I have a reflexology stick, but if you have a Sharpie that has a smooth edge to it, you can use a Sharpie. But this is not necessary. This is gonna apply a little bit of pressure. So if your feet are sensitive, then you can skip this step. All right. So we are gonna begin. For those that know me, I honor your time and I wanna make sure that we get that time at the end so I can answer any questions that you have. If you don't know me, my name is Dana. I am the owner of Spiritual Essence Yoga Studio in Upper Marlboro, Maryland. And I am the author of Yes, Yoga Has Curves, a book just showing the beautiful diversity that is yoga. This was on my heart for a little while because I'm sure, like everyone else, you've been dealing with stress. And the stress has been so overwhelming for me. I realized that self-care had to be more of a priority than it was before. And one day as I was taking off my socks and just, scratching my ankles as I do, I realized that it's been some time since I showed my feet some love. Our feet contain the blueprint of our entire body and system. And you don't have to be a reflexologist or a massage therapist to do wonders for your feet. So I spent some time in that moment with some essential oils, just rubbing the soles of my feet, and my mood immediately shifted. And I asked myself, well, why am I not doing this more? Because I wasn't thinking about it. So I'm hoping that these tools that I will teach to you this evening resonate with you in some way and that you will add this to your routine. So if you come home and take off your shoes, you can dedicate 5 minutes to this segment. All right. I'm going to begin with a little opening meditation, and I have something I want to read for you. So let's come together in a moment of transition. I always believe that before we move to the next thing, we need to create space from what we're coming from, space into what we're going to. So close your eyes or soften them, whatever feels good and right in this moment. And then place your hand somewhere on your body that offers you a sense of support and connection to who you are. Tune into the weight of your hands. Tune into your natural breath. Give yourself permission to let go and to be at ease, no matter what's happening all around. Give yourself permission to plug into your happiness, into your joy. Give yourself permission to be exactly who you are, authentically, no apologies. Because who we are is perfect. There is divinity within us all. There is strength within us all. Know that in this very moment that we have here now, all is well. Let's take a deep breath in and a slow, deep breath out. So keeping this inner peace, gently open your eyes. Or if you like, you can keep your eyes closed the entire time. I will do my best to speak clearly so that you can follow the instruction. And you can just open your eyes to grab whatever tools you want to use. We're going to warm ourselves up mentally and emotionally first with the pranayama, Nadi Shodhana. But I want to read to you a passage that I came across this morning. It's from Denise Linn, and I pull oracle cards for inspiration every now and again. And the deck is the Gateway Oracle cards, if you're interested. The universe wants you to know, deep within you is an inner sanctuary. Having this inner peace, however, doesn't mean that there isn't chaos or disharmony around you. It means that no matter what is occurring in your life, you can observe it from a place of stillness. Surrender to the sweet energy of quietude. Avoid the temptation to embrace the drama and urgency of life. Affirm you have all the time you need. Power is born in stillness, and your potential is dramatically expanding in the majesty of silence. Questions to ask yourself. What do I need to stop or surrender in my life? How can I enter into my inner stillness? As I become still, what will expand in my life and what will contract? So in this time of crisis and fear, a lot of us want to retreat. We just don't want to feel it anymore. We don't want to be worried. We don't want to be anxious. We just want to be peaceful. But in order to get to that peace, we have to acknowledge that chaos and crisis happens. But then within us, we have everything that we need to get through it. Anxiety arises from us continuing to inundate our system with the stress, with the images, with statistics. It is great to be informed, but have a limit for yourself. Have a limit. So we're going to set this tone with a little balancing. And the first thing I want you to do is figure out which nostril you're breathing stronger out of. So we're going to take our finger underneath our nose. First, if you need to blow your nose, go ahead and blow your nose. If you have a cold or any head congestion today, I'm going to ask that you not do the alternate nostril breathing, that I'm going to give you another breath to do. So it said that the left brain controls the right side of the body, and the right brain controls the left side of the body. So let's see what brain we're in. So that left brain being that analytical, and that right brain being that artist. Now it's okay to have both sides of the coin, but we want to try and bring balance. So once you figure out where you're breathing, you want to take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Let's take 5 deep breaths. So breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Keep breathing. And then coming back to your normal breath. We're going to take the hand gesture for the breathing technique. So there's 2 ways to do it. Traditionally, we curl the forefinger and the middle finger into the palm like so. But if that doesn't feel good, if your hands aren't maybe as flexible enough to do that, you can just keep these fingers free and place them on your forehead. Going to block off the right nostril with our thumb. And for cleansing, we're going to take 5 deep breaths just out of the left nostril. So close or soften the eyes and take a deep breath in and a slow deep breath out. 4 more breaths. Go slowly and at your own pace. And then switching nostrils, take 5 deep breaths in and out through your right nostril. Then release both nostrils, take a breath in and out. Close off your right nostril with your thumb. Take a deep breath in on a count of 3 in your left nostril. So inhaling 1, 2, 3. Close the left nostril. Exhaling out the right. 1, 2, 3. Inhale right. 1, 2, 3. Close off the right nostril. Exhale through the left. 1, 2, 3. Now that's 1 round. I'll instruct 2 more. So inhale left. 1, 2, 3. Exhale right. 1, 2, 3. Inhaling right. 1, 2, 3. Close. Exhale left. 1, 2, 3. Stay with the count. Inhaling left. Exhaling right. Inhaling right. Exhaling left. Now keep going, doing 3 more rounds. And you can deepen this breath. So if you want to increase that count of 3, maybe up to 5 or 6, go ahead and do that. And finishing up here. And if you're still going, no rush, keep going. And when you're done, taking a deep breath in and out through your mouth. If popping the bubble on your stress, on any anxiety that you may be feeling, had a sound quality, what would that be? Let's take a deep breath in to blow up the balloon. And a deep breath out to pop it. 2 more times. Give ourselves a little shake. So if you have a yoga mat available, that would be great for grip, but if you don't have it, no worries at all. So we're going to come onto our hands and knees, making sure that you pad your knees if they are sensitive, please, and take off your socks. We're going to extend our right leg back and curl the toes under. We're going to shift back and press our heel. I'm going to feel just a very gentle stretch on the sole of the foot. Now, if you're wanting to get a little core work in, it's not this type of class, but if you want to do a little something, you can lift that left knee up. You're going to rock forward, uncurl the toe, and just shift back. If this is not available for you, you can simply come up here and just pull, hand here. So I'm going to stretch that ankle. Coming forward again, extending that right leg back. Really pressing through the heels and making sure all toes are curled under. So my little pinky toe is a little short, so sometimes I have to actually go back and coax it under. You can lift the knee if you like. Then we want to stretch the ankle, so come on the top. I'm going to flip the foot, come down here, or option, if that's not available, grab a chair, come down, and just pull it in. Releasing again, drop that left knee, extend it back. We just want to roll around. So just roll that foot around. You may hear some cracking with your toes. I say I'm the most cracking yoga teacher in the world. Everything, every joint just cracks and pops, but as long as there's no pain associated with it, it's fine. Roll around in the opposite direction. Oh yeah, that's a good one. And go ahead and shake out and then tap. Now left side, curl the toes under and just push back. We drop that knee, bring the sole of the right foot back, and we sit, or we come up and we really pull to stretch the top of the foot. Dropping the right knee back down again. Stretch that left leg back. Really press, so use your hands and press back. And then switch it up. And coming back, hands and knees. Extend the left leg back. And then roll around the toes. And reversing the directions. So I have allergies. You know, it's funny because I was born on Earth Day and I've got like every allergy known to man. So my voice may go in and out in this recording. Just want to let you know, it is just simply allergies, nothing serious. So pressing back and come down. So I'm going to sit, excuse me. Now you can prop your hips up, so if this is uncomfortable, sit on a bolster or a pillow. Let's take our feet apart and just circle both feet in one direction. Close or soften your eyes. Keep your toes spread as wide as you can. Now we want to slow these circles down a lot. Noticing if there's any difference between the right and the left sides. So opening, closing, spreading the toes. Now keep the left leg still and just keep circling the right foot in the same direction. Keep the right leg still and circle that left foot in the same direction that the right was. And bring the feet to stillness. Now we want to circle in the opposite direction. So this may feel really strange. So if you need to go slower, go slower. But try and keep both feet circling in the same direction. Spreading the toes, opening and closing. Now keeping the right foot still, left foot continues to circle in that direction. Keep the left leg still and the right leg begins to circle. And then we want to stop and spread the toes wide and then squeeze the toes. Spread the toes wide and squeeze. I'm going to do this for about a minute or so. So close your eyes and really spread those toes like fingers. You may start to feel a warming sensation. And as long as it's not associated with any sharp pain, it's good, it's good. Keep breathing. Keep your upper body relaxed. Three more breaths. And then shaking. Place your hands behind you and lean back. You want to turn both feet in and then turn both feet out. And the knees may bend a little bit, just depending on what your hips are saying today. So feet turn in and feet turn out. Soften into the breath and just continue to move, noticing if, as you do this, do you feel there's any other place in your body? And then bring both feet up. We're just going to turn the right foot in. And then slowly lift it up. Left foot turns in. And slowly lift. Keep going. Three more breaths. And give the feet a shake. For the next set of exercises, we want to just test and see where our hips are. So we're going to take our right leg and see if it's comfortable to bring it up onto the left thigh. If that is not comfortable for you, you can take a pillow You can straighten that left leg out and bring the foot here with the ankle to hang off. So I'm going to give you all a moment just to find a place of comfort for yourself. And what I'm going to do to serve my body is I'm going to prop up my right leg, because my right side is my fire side and it's telling me to slow down, and I'm honoring it. So once you have yourself propped up, you're going to close your eyes and bring your palm to the sole of your feet. And for a moment, just connect. Connect with the sole of your foot. Our feet carry the weight of our bodies every day. We stuff them in shoes. We don't always pay good attention to them at the end of the day. So as you're connecting and breathing, just express gratitude for these feet that hold you up, that support you. I'm going to grab the ankle with our right hand and grab the top of the toes with the left. You just want to begin to circle the foot. Big, slow circles. So if you're feeling any discomfort from your ankle bone on your quad, you can place something in between the foot or the ankle and that bottom leg. Big circles. Now as you circle, begin to pull that foot back and press it forward. So as it circles forward, press it. As you begin to circle it back, pull it. And this whole sequence here can be done sitting in a chair. So if you find that you're sitting on the floor and it's getting a little uncomfortable, then you can go ahead and sit on a chair. And you can even take this, into your office when you go back. Just remembering this piece, this time of self-care that you took. We're going to reverse directions of the circle now. Breathing. Make these circles as big as your body will allow. And tuning into the sensations happening without judgment or dialogue, just noticing, observing. Big, slow circles. Now, as you circle back, pull. As you circle forward, press. So pull and press. Pull and press. 3 more deep breaths. I'm going to shake the foot. We're now going to interlace our fingers with our toes just to create some space. If you have on a ring that's pointy or it may get in the way, it's a good idea to take it off now. So let's stretch our right toes. Come and look so you can see. And we're going to start with the pinky finger. Now, the closer you get to the knuckle, the deeper the stretch is going to be. So just go very slowly. So we're going to start with that pinky finger in, seeing how that feels. And then go all the way to the big toe. You want to grip. Now it's okay if you cannot get all those fingers in there. Please do not force. So get as many as you can. I'm going to pull the foot back. And we're going to flex the foot. Pull it back and flex. Breathing, pulling it back and flex. 2 more at your own pace, breathing deeply. And then giving the leg a little shake. We're not going to just snatch those fingers out. We're going to spread the toes around the fingers. So spread those toes. Slide out from pinky slowly all the way to your toes and give yourself a little wiggle. All right, a little shake. Let's try the other side. So crossing the left ankle over the right. Take a minute because each side is different. What allows this to happen is our hip and our knee. So see if those 2 areas in good agreement. If not, you can sit in a chair or you can make that adjustment here. And grab the ankle with the left hand, grab the toes with the right. Slide the hands down from the toes to the sole of the foot. Spend a few moments connecting with this left foot. Breathing into the left side. The left side is that cooling earth moon energy that tells us to slow down. And just notice if the energy feels a little different. Does the hip feel a little different on this side? Does connecting with the sole of your foot feel a little different on this side? We are just observing without dialogue, without any emotional attachment. We are just noticing. Now slide the hands back up to the toes, keeping hold of the ankle. You want to begin to circle the foot. Breathing, slow, big circles. Allow your whole body to get into this beautiful rock. As you're circling it, allow your body to move. Don't hold yourself so tight. Now we begin to press and pull. So press as you go forward, pull as you go back. What a gift is it to be able to connect to ourselves in these moments. That this time that you're dedicating right now is for your health and well-being. And these moments help us to be more balanced, more prepared, more courageous to face the unknown and the uncertain. In this simple way, we connect to ourselves so powerfully. Two more breaths in this direction. And then we reverse directions with the circle. So big, slow circles. Breathing. And now we begin to pull and push. A press and pull, press and pull. Breathing deeply, releasing deeply. Three more breaths. You're going to give the foot a little shake. Now spreading the toes, We're going to start to interlace our fingers. So starting with the pinky toe, going very slowly. So each finger you put in there gets a little tighter. So get as many fingers in there as you can. Relax into the stretch and begin to pull the foot back and flex it, press it forward. So find your rhythm. The breath dictates the rhythm, let the body follow. Two more breaths. I'm going to shake the foot. So spread the toes and slide the fingers out one at a time, slowly. We don't want to shock the feet. And wiggle the feet. And just take the hands and just rub the tops of the feet. And the thumbs rub the soles of the feet. So making sure you're sliding the thumb from the big toe side all the way down to the pinky toe side. It's just warming things up. Once we put the oil or lotion on, things are going to get a little bit easier as far as with the sliding. Let's take this energy into our ankles. So the thumbs trail up the Achilles tendon, the fingers along the shins, and just breathing. So we're going to put a little bit of pressure. So thinking about, washing your head really good and rubbing your scalp, that pressure we put, and we're really trying to work something out. Go ahead and trail those fingers. Now back to the feet. We're going to just pull the toes. And bend them in. Maybe you'll get a crack, maybe not, and then pull them out. Bend them in. Pull them out. Bend them in. I'm obsessed with cracking my toes. I remember my grandma used to tell me that my feet were going to get big and my knuckles were going to get big. Many years later, I learned what it was, just gas escaping the joint. But I do still feel kind of guilty cracking my toes and my fingers. And just wiggle. So I'm going to do one thing standing, and because of the camera angle, I will be a little cut off. So hopefully that is okay. We want to grab now our tennis ball or our lacrosse ball, whatever you have. And if you don't have anything, you can still do pressure points with your foot. You're going to do it just like you're stepping into shoes. So if you don't have a ball available, you're going to step heel to the toes like that. So heel to the toes, and we really want to press down. So if you have the ball, and the ball, if you're not used to rolling on a ball, please grab a chair handle, grab a wall, just to keep it safe. We're going to start our heel like we're slipping on a shoe, press down. Roll it, a little press, roll it. And I like to wrap my toes around and press down. And we'll roll it right back. Drop the toes. So again, just keep going, heel to toe. We're going to do a few more times on this foot. Now, if you come across a point that's a little bit sore, if you're open to it, lean into that point and see if you feel it anywhere in your body, your upper body. And if you're using the ball, you can roll it side to side on that heel. This is really good for plantar fasciitis, not when things are flaring up, but just that maintenance in between things. So one more on this side. And roll it back. And let's go ahead and do the other foot. So I'll again demonstrate if you don't have a ball. We're gonna go heel, press, middle of the foot, and then toes, press. Just like that, leaning into it. Now, if you're working on a yoga mat, you can always roll that yoga mat up just to get a little bit of pressure underneath there. But if you're using your ball, again, safety first, hand on something, and pressing. Breathing deeply. And if you have those sore points or those tender points, if you can remember where they are, there are foot reflexology charts available online. And I have a great one if you want me to send you the link on Amazon. But it can tell you just how that links to your system. One more breath. And then for safety, we want to put the ball out of the way. And come on down. And once again, connect with your feet. So if you've had a lot of tender moments doing that ball rolling or the stepping, then we want to cool down the feet. So just rubbing. So getting those ankles too. Okay, and wiggling the toes. If you're using oil and you're on your yoga mat, you can go ahead and grab a towel. I'm going to start with my left side because, oh, I can't believe how ashy this leg is. But you know what? It's about self-care. It's not about beauty. So I'm going to actually put my oil, and I use a little dropper. And if you're interested in learning how you stretch the essential oils with the carrier oils, just go ahead and put it in the chat and I'll tell you what the numbers are. I'm going to bring that down my leg to the top of my foot. If you're using lotion, get a nice glob of it. Start it right below the knee and bring it down. You're going to take both of our hands and it's like a circular motion. And I'll rub it down the leg to the foot. So just breathing. And then crossing that leg up again after you get the oil in. So one hand's on the top of the foot, the other hand's on the sole of the foot, and we're doing this motion here. So we want to warm up that foot again. So rubbing, rubbing, rubbing. I'm going to turn myself this way so that you can see the technique. So rubbing. Be careful if your nails are a little sharp. You can still do it no matter what, but just go slowly. And we're going to take our thumb. We're going to just rub our thumb back and forth up the arch of the foot. So start at the heel, rub it back and forth, back and forth. Once you get to the ball of that big toe, you're going to go right in between here. Now, if you have a Sharpie that is smooth, so please test it on your arm. It should not have any sharp points. You can do this with your Sharpie, or if you have this tool, it's $2 on Amazon. You just take a line and you do it like you hold it like you're holding a pencil and just up and down. So we're just going to come up and down in this region, just breathing. So I'll do it with my thumb, just for those that don't have. So coming up right in between the balls of that foot, the big toe, and that second one, and down. If you notice that you lose the slick just go ahead and put more oil or lotion. So the slick is very important. And then we want to slide our forefinger in between the big toe. Want to grab it and just pull it out and circle it. Ooh, getting good cracks. Big circles. Now, if you have any metal appliances in your toes, you just want to be mindful of it. So don't go too rigorously, maybe just a gentle circle. We want to pull it out a little bit as we circle. Then reverse directions of the circle. You want to grab the big toe and just pull it down. You may or may not get a crack. Then you want to just flick. So grab it and flick. Come back down to the heel. Now we're going to work up to this second toe here. And when we get to the ball of the foot, we're going to work in between these two toes. So start back at the heel and just draw that line up and down to that arc. Breathing. Something interesting I learned, I used to, when I would get my feet done, I would have them take out something that looks like a cheese grater to get at these heels. And what I realized is that it would send my body into a response that would actually grow the roughness of my feet quicker. So I just took it old school, like my mommy, and had like my little pumice stone, and I would just kind of do maintenance after shower or bath. So working that space in between the joints. I'm gonna grab that second toe, I'm gonna pull it away. So you might have to pull it forward of the big toe or back behind, whatever you can grab. So pull it and then just circle, nice big circles. Breathing as you circle the toe. Don't squeeze too hard. In reverse directions. You're gonna grab the toe and just click. In Thai massage, we put the toe in between these two fingers like a little vice grip. But if you're not able to get in there, then you can just pull it. But you can try and do this. So take the two fingers like this, slide it around the toe, and I don't know if you can hear that on the camera, but it sounds like. And then we're gonna come down to the heel again, but I want you to take time. So I'm gonna be quiet, and you know where we're going with this. You're gonna come up and down, and then grab each toe. I ask that you really get into this movement, that you really tune into what you're feeling. And again, without judgment or any dialogue, just feeling and breathing. When you get to your pinky toe, come to the outer edge. You're going to take your thumb up the outside like this. So don't press too hard into the side bones because they are a little bit delicate. So up and down like so. And then when you're done, it's gonna rub and squeeze that heel. It's gonna rub in a circle, squeeze and pull, rub, squeeze and pull. Take a light fist. From heel to toe. Just rubbing again. That whole leg. Some motions here. Come down to the top of the feet. Thumbs rub those bones right in between the bones. Few more breaths. So sit down the leg. Thumbs come in between the bones on the top of the foot. And then we take our hands like cups, like so, and brush down. And we take that leg straight. And for a moment, does this leg feel any different? Does this foot feel any different? So just breathe into it. And we'll do the other side. So pulling your pant leg or whatever you're wearing up to that knee. Take your oil or your lotion, start it right below the knee, and bring it down. So I do this, so if you're wondering, well, why aren't I bringing it down instead of up? Because I've been dealing with a lot of stress, and as I'm doing this, I'm visualizing moving the stress out of my body, so down and out, down and out. So getting that foot. And making sure you get the sole of the foot. I think this side for me was a little drier. And then lubricating that foot. Being mindful of your toenails. So your toenails do not have to be long for you to cut yourself. Really getting that lotion or oil onto that heel. Rubbing and warming things up. Okay. And then again, taking your thumb, or if you have the tool, taking it up and down in the arch a few times. And then after you do that a few times, you take it in between the balls of the big toe and that second toe. But you don't have to have the tool. Come up and down. So since we know what to do on this side, close your eyes and just tune into the motion, tune into the feeling. And once you're ready to grab the toe, pull it out and away, and circle it. And we bend the big toe down. Making sure you're breathing and don't think too hard about what you're doing. Just breathe into it. Making sure your upper body is not stiff, that is relaxed. And once you finish the toes, you're going to grab the heels, squeeze and circle. Squeeze and circle. Just go ahead and circle around the foot, breathing. Just a little tapping. So take your time. Whenever you're ready, so go at your own pace. You might want to stay here for the rest of the time that we have together. If that feels good, stay there. In this moment, all is well. Once you're finished that side, I'm going to once more get some oil. Then, and we're going to slide down the front of the legs. We're going to come up the back of the leg. We're going to hook our fingers in, making sure that your nails aren't too sharp. So come with the fingertips, the fingerprints, pulling up the back of the leg. So down, flip, up, down, up. If your body feels really open, you can do this with straight legs. You go down, pull up. So whatever feels good. So nice, strong fingers, nice, strong thumbs. Coming around those ankles, circling around the ankles, using the fingers. Five more breaths, going slowly. Breathing deeply. And after your fifth breath, nose is itching and it's oily now. You're gonna come right below the bottom edge of your knee. You're just gonna rock in and out, in and out. If you'd like to pull your pants up higher into your whole knee, you can. You can circle around the kneecaps. And out. So hand comes right below the knees, and we move away any negative energy. Let me turn my legs this way so I don't get it at the computer screen, because I'm not trying to throw this stuff at you. So come again, and we're moving away fear. We're moving away things that cause anxiety. We're moving away negative energy. We're moving away low vibrating things that no longer serve a purpose. Just moving it away. Breathe, moving it away. Free yourself and free yourself of it. Give yourself permission to let it go. Cut the strings, cut the ties. Be strong in yourself. Tapping that right leg up and down. Now both legs are going to make soft fists, and our wrists are going to be really, really, really loose. Up and down the side of the calf. And turn in. You do this one leg at a time if that's better for your body. Come down to those feet. Do it one at a time if that's what you need. Brush it down, brush it away, brush it away. Bringing your feet together. You can use a pillow or a bolster to support underneath your knees for comfort. Bring your hands to the soles of your feet. Connect to the energy in your feet, which is the energy in your entire body. Our feet support us each and every day. Pay attention to your steps. Pay attention to the way that you land your feet on the earth. How are you showing up for yourself? Are you showing up for yourself first? Because we can only do for others if we first do for ourselves. So fingers just gently rub feet. Thumbs come up and down, the middle of the calf muscles. Fingers, tops of the feet. So our feet are nice and warmed up for this stretch. I think it's so fun. So if you saw the flyer on social media, you saw where we're going with all of this. So first thing we want to do is spread our toes and see what we can do without using our hands. So position your feet. You can sit up high. And you want to take one of the pinky toes and interlace it. And you're just going to keep working them in. Feet are nice and slick, so this should be easy to get a little bit of it. So working in, I have to help myself around this point. Feel the sensation there. The big toe does add intensity, so if you're just feeling really intense, you might want to hold it there. But you can cross that big toe in there. Tune into the sensation. You can stay up or come forward and interlace your fingers. And drop your head down here or here. I'm going to try and take 5 deep breaths. If you need to release your toes, no worries. So relax your head down and tune into your internal rhythm. Last breath. And inhale to roll up. Undo your fingers first. Hold your hands in. Now, if this was pretty intense for you, the way you're going to come out of it is you're going to pick up that top big toe and just unlace. If it felt okay, you're just going to spread all of your toes and wiggle them out. So if you're a yogi, you know what balance is. If you don't do yoga, in yoga we try to create balance, so we don't want to be one-sided. We did that on one side, so whatever pinky toe went in first, that one's going to be the bottom. Yes, we're doing it again. So spreading the toes again. You want to interlace the toes, starting with the opposite pinky toe. Do as much as you can without your hands. On this side, I'm about there. So I'm going to help it out. And then we cross the big toes in there. And when you're ready to interlace your fingers, you want to change the cross. So we know what feels normal, what feels right. We want to undo and change. And come forward again. You can crop something in between the legs and come down, 5 deep breaths. One more deep breath. Slowly come up. Interlace the fingers first. Rub the palms in. If it's intense, you're going to pick up the big toe that's on top and undo, or here, spread toes and just start to work them out and wiggle. Stretch your feet out. Close your eyes and tune into the energy that's moving through those toes. We want to piano the toes like we would fingers. So, starting from the pinky toe side, just piano. You can even do this if it makes more sense. And the other way. And then very gently make a fist with your toes. And then spread the toes. I'm going to do that a few times. Eyes soft to close. So clenching and spreading. And shaking. One little last thing, and then we're going to go into a little bit of quiet time meditation, and then I will leave some time for questions. This is totally optional, so if you're not comfortable with cracking your toes, just go ahead and bend and spread. But you can crack your toes right here at the base by pressing down. Woo. And if you're not into the ASMR of it all, you can just mute me now. And wiggle. Good. So take a moment with your hands on the soles of your feet again. Closing your eyes. We touched our feet when we first began. Is there any change? Is there any shift? Maybe the shift isn't physical. Maybe It's just a mental or emotional thing. Maybe we have a new appreciation for our feet, a new appreciation for our entire being, our entire body, our minds, our emotions. Breathing into this energy. No matter what's going on in life, you are loved, you are supported, you are enough, you have what you need right here. There's nothing to earn and no dues to pay. In this moment, all is well. You are well. I am well. Together, let's take a deep breath in through our nose and out through the mouth. Once more. So now begin to move your body into a position of rest. That might be sitting up just as you are right now. It may be lying on your back, legs straight, the soles of your feet connected. So choose a position that feels right. Maybe dimming or turning off the lights. If there's noise in your place, allow the noise to become melodic and meditative. So I have my Terra chime, and Terra is for Earth. In all of this work that we've done on our feet, connect us to the Earth in a more deeper and more meaningful way. Now you can stay here for as long as you like, even after we end this experience. If this is what you needed and your body still needs, stay here. We're often rushing from one thing to the next thing, from one stress to the next stress, and we don't give ourselves time for transition. We don't give ourselves time to connect to peace. The way that we deal with anxiety and chaos and crisis in our life is to lean into the discomfort, honor that this is what we're feeling, this is our natural reaction, but then also honoring that we have the strength to step back, to disconnect, to breathe in fully and deeply, to root down into this beautiful, blessed earth with our feet, and carry on. So stress can be like waves. We can either learn to build a boat or struggle back to the shore. We're all craftsmen. So if you're going to stay in this beautiful, blissful, restful space, please do. Or if you have any questions for me at all, you can write them in the chat. And if rest is what your body needs, require, you can go ahead and just mute me, just reach over or roll over. Don't lose this connection and mute me or end it. But if you have questions, I'm here for the next few minutes to answer. And there's also the email address in the chat box. Okay, so Velda, ask, what is one thing that we can do every day to honor our feet? Really working on the soles of your feet. So this, the rubbing and the pulling on the toes, that's something out of all of these techniques that you can do each and every day. It helps you to slow down, and it helps to really, keep the feet nice and open and flexible. Because believe it or not, putting our feet in shoes for the most part of our day, it actually weakens our feet. So a great teacher explained it to me like a cast. Like if you have ever broken a bone or know someone who's broken a bone and they put this cast on it to support it, that the muscle starts to get weak and atrophy because it's so used to being supported. So taking off the shoes and just rubbing and stretching the toes just really helps. And with this aromatherapy blend, this is about a 1 ounce bottle. I put 50 drops of essential oil, and then I topped up the rest with the carrier oil. So if you have a regular 15 ml bottle, that bottle has 250 drops of oil in it. So you can really stretch it a long way. So taking some type of oil or lotion every day, rubbing up and down, because there's energy points in your feet. So rubbing up and down the soles of your feet and pulling on your toes. It's a great daily practice. When you go back to work, if you can get away with it, at midday, doing a little something for yourself at work as well. Grace, so the oil depends on what you need. When I'm working on my feet, I'm thinking about grounding. I like earthy oils like Palo Santo, the patchouli, frankincense. Clary sage is really, really good. But if you're expecting, or if you have thin blood, they suggest that you don't use it. But anything that's really earthy or herbally. A catch-all essential oil is lavender. Lavender really balances the body. It's a great mood enhancer. So you can put that on. And the quickest way to get the benefits of the essential oils, to get it kind of in your system, is to apply to your feet. Some oils you can use without the carrier oil, but some of them are a little bit too strong, so we do want to dilute it a little bit. Anybody else have questions? Everyone looks nice and relaxed. Oh, Linda says her feet are tingling. Hey, we can just walk around like this for the rest of the night. Or if you have someone at the house, especially little people, they're always willing to help out. You can just let someone know that you've done some therapy for your feet and you need a little while. You need them till tomorrow. So, well, if there are no more questions, I'm going to see if Zoom is back. Oh, let's see. Thank you, Romaine. Thank you, Lisa. So Kiddis asked, once we touch our face, do we, and I'm touch my face, do we avoid touching our face? Yes, I washed my feet before I started this, and I forgot to mention that. I'm always itchy and allergy, so typically we don't want to transfer feet to face. So a good practice would be to go ahead and wash your hands, or have some little, and I know it's hard to get at this point, just little wipes up. But I'm so used to this, and again, I did wash my feet before I started this process. Thank you, Tasha. Thank you, Connie. Thank you. So I'm going to try and get the recording. As you know, many of us yoga studios, in order to continue to give you classes, we've had to hop online, and we all use this portal Zoom. So they've just been a little inundated, but I'm going to try my best to get this recording out, and it, within the next couple of days. And if you want the link, you can just send it to us at info@spiritualessenceyoga.com. But we are building a site where all of these videos that we've been taking during this time, we want to have it as a resource page for everyone. So we're working on that. All right, Chanel. Hey, Angela. Michelle, awesome. Awesome, Jade. You all are very welcome. This made my day. This is one of the rare occasions where I get to be the student and the teacher, and ooh, my feet feel so good. All right. So you all have a blessed, and balanced rest of your evening. Sleep well. Continue to take care of those tootsies. So as sure as you brush your teeth every day, at some point before you retire, take care of those feet. Namaste.